Folks, we are live! Welcome to the Bad Guy Maddox Twitch TV channel. I am Bad Guy Maddox, Twitch's #1 bad guy, and I'm also getting my ass adjusted in the seat at the moment. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a great day. Lion Cub, how you living, my friend? Oh my god, dude. I don't know why it's giving me a tutorial on how to play Universe Mode. How has it not detected that I've played this game forever? I just drank my water. Hang on, Bubba. Go watch My Cousin Vinny. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. Shout out to Junior Mata 71. This is for you, man. I got my water ready today. Always a pleasure to see you. Holy shit, we're starting off as that.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Subs? Was that 20 gifted subs? Chris Ghost, what's going on? Got a big match tonight, man. Gonna see if you qualify for that ladder war. Oh my god, it changed all my matches. This is what's so aggravating about this game.
Someone get this man a pancake.
The goofiest thing. It will literally just change your matches like it's no big deal. Drops your settings like it's hot. And this time I didn't even do anything. My controller fell off my desk. And I guess it went back to the damn main menu. I really hate this.
Someone get this man a pancake.
This is an instant level 5. What's going on, Sean Harris? How you doing, man? I know, dude, the hype train's looking real, dude. Sorry, guys. Let me get this show reassembled because this game doesn't seem to have any respect for me, which is fine. I don't have much respect for it either.
Someone get this man a pancake.
I try. I really try with this game, and it just always finds a way to push my buttons. Doing fine, boring week. Define boring week. Like, why was it boring for you? We got Kurt Angle versus Valhalla, and I also have all these wrestlers added to my.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Like, I don't know why Valhalla's here or Wendy Chu, but they are. This is Liv Morgan. Oh, by the way, so I'm engaged. Holy shit, congrats, Riot Spider.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Is engaged. How are you feeling? You don't fuck with Sarah Logan as Valhalla? Come on, bro. Really? Is that really a question we're asking right now? Come on, bro. What's going on here? Are you trolling? Oh, you know what? I shouldn't do this because I have to change settings. Oh, no, I can do that. I think I can just do that.
Someone get this man a pancake.
This was the one thing I forgot to do before I started the stream. Every week, it's something different. And today, this was the one for today. It's like kind of surreal, not gonna lie. So I used to call her my fiance.
Someone get this man a pancake.
To my homie Skriz. This is Satanta. It's Satanta. Satanta getting married to Julia. It's good to see, man. Almost nothing been happening, not until Thursday, that is. What you got going on Thursday, bro? If you don't mind my asking.
Someone get this man a pancake.
I thought you'd like that, Spectrum. My man's getting married. So how long have you two been dating? Let me start by asking that.
Someone get this man a pancake.
I also noticed that if you add a manager, for some reason, it forgets you're in a tag team. I don't know. I just work here. Four and a half years. It's a long time, dude. Congrats. It's a good, yeah, I'm pumped.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Somebody get this man a pancake. We're going to hear that like, I think 6 more times. But it'll help with getting a job. Okay, well, good job. That's hype. That's hype. Work's always good. Steady income's always nice to have. I do agree. I'm proud of you, man. If you ever need anything, just let me know.
Someone get this man a pancake.
I got this shit ready again, but now I have to do one other thing before we start. Let me scroll up. I know I missed a lot of messages, so let me scroll up. We got Skriz in the house. We got Godfather Blizz in the house. I am not Indifferent Guy Maddox. That is a lie. And then, yeah, Chris Ghost is here. It's always a pleasure to see Chris Ghost. Mr. Potts in the house.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Here. For real, trying to get a job nowadays fucking sucks. Absolutely. Absolutely. That, no lies told on that. No lies told.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Start light up the fire. Start it up. Start it light up the fire. I think that's gonna be my new Nikki Bella song. You can look, but you can't. You can look, but you can't touch. Because I really don't know how the AJ Lee song goes, so that's how I'm gonna sing it.
Someone get this man a pancake.
Job. No job. Start it up, light up the fire, light up the sky, light up the fire, start it up. The pancake's still not done. Hold on, I gotta sing it again.
Someone
ready?
Get this man a pancake.
Start up the fire, light up the sky. Start up the fire, light up the sky, light it up, let's light it up. J-O-B. I'm super sorry for missing all past streams.
Someone get this man
live,
a pancake.
But I've been watching the VOD. The reason why I've been able to make it a stream is because I have personal stuff going on right now that has me all over the place. Well, man, as always, if you need someone to talk to, you know how to reach out. And, you know, it's no big deal, dude. You got a match tonight. You're in a qualifier against, Muerte. I think it'll be good. Fun match. Your boy Aleister Black already, or Malachi Black, Aleister Black, whatever the fuck he is, he's already qualified.
Someone
for the
get this man a pancake.
Let's light it up and shoot up the sky, light it up like the firefly. That's how the song goes, right? Something like that. Yeah, for sure. You should never apologize for real life. Is it done?
Someone get this man a pancake.
Still going. It's almost done. I think we got one more left, folks. 20 gifted subs to start the morning. What's everyone's thoughts on WWE pay-per-view moving from Peacock to ESPN? I think it sucks if you don't have... Because if you have ESPN direct to cable, like if you have...
Someone get this man a pancake.
If your cable provider has ESPN, you get the pay-per-views. So it's almost a lateral move. Granted, I think you might have ads if you're not doing the premium. If you don't have ESPN and you are in the United States, I think your only option if you're wanting to obtain the pay-per-views legally is to pay $30 a month. Which now we're at like... granted, there's other content that is on ESPN, but I don't think it's an unfair assessment if I were to say that if you are subscribing as a WWE viewer, you're most likely only subscribing to watch WWE content. And I can say that because I think there were a lot of people who didn't watch anything on Peacock but the PLEs. And I think it's going to be the same case for ESPN. And of course, there are going to be people who are going to watch the other stuff, but like, it just seems like, I mean, I work with people who thought I'd said that they're probably going to have to start pirating wrestling events. And I mean, they're not there. It is entirely in their right to do that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I was a guy who didn't watch anything on Peacock, so if anything, I think it's an upgrade. Yeah, because you actually will watch stuff on ESPN. You will actually watch it. What's up, Negative? Peacock occasionally will get something non-WWE I like to watch, but ESPN being only sports will make it to where I only use it for the WWE. So you are essentially, so the way I see it, if you aren't watching other stuff and you're only paying for the WWE events, You have essentially gone back to the pay-per-view days, and now you're paying $30 a month for a pay-per-view. That's, I mean, literally what you're doing. I mean, it's a step back, you know. I think the thing that I struggle with is WWE spent about a decade, maybe a little under a decade, you know, telling people to do the $9.99 deal to watch all WWE content. And now we're going back up to 30. Granted, if you have ESPN on cable, you get it for free. I don't have ESPN though. Not that, I mean, I don't watch anyway, but still. Now I have even less of an incentive to watch. Waffles are not better, Father. Get out of here, freak. Oh, that's circumstantial, actually, now that I've thought about it. Now that I've had time to really think about your statement, yeah, I could fuck with waffles too. What I like about waffles are, like, waffles, you know, you don't really have to drown a waffle in syrup, because I like to have my pancakes smothered in syrup. You don't need that with a waffle. You have the pockets. It's gonna contain a little bit more syrup for you. That's acceptable. I can accept that. Honestly, AEW has been more enjoyable. I kind of knew that, Spectrum, and I'm only saying I knew that because you went from like shitting on AEW pretty much any time it came up to going to a pay-per-view. And I feel like you would not go to an AEW pay-per-view unless you have started to buy into their product. I've been fucking with AEW since really, I mean, even before day one, since All In, the first All In. They've had some. There have been some bad shit. There was a 6-7 month run where I was like, man, this is kind of hard to watch, but I still watched every Wednesday. Moxley versus Hangman changed his life. Well, it just had such a storybook ending. I live 5 minutes away from the place that AEW is coming to in San Antonio. Are you going? How many month run? I don't know. I'd say it was like 6 to 7 months. If I said 67, I meant 6 to 7, not 67. There was like a good 6 to 7 month period where it was really rough to watch AEW. I'm not gonna lie, I'll be the first to tell you, I did not like the Adam Copeland stuff. Moxley versus Hangman is like the better version of Cody versus Rowan. My only problem with Cody versus Rowan at WrestleMania 40 is I think Cody should have won WrestleMania 39. It didn't make sense to stretch out another year. I don't think Maddox is chronically. I'm not. I don't know what that reference is, unfortunately. Better? Are you crazy? I think where I will probably agree with Sean Harris is they gave you an ending that was satisfactory. You know, we really had to wait a year before we got Cody beating Roman. And even then, we had a convoluted story to get us there, right? Because Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40 wasn't even really the plan for the first couple of months of that, heading into that Mania year. So, I don't know, we just never had that. And the cool thing is, what I personally liked is, you know, they do the tournament to determine who faces Jon Moxley at their biggest pay-per-view, and the finals come down to Will Ospreay and Adam Page. And I mean, either one of those guys, I feel like you could have slotted either one of those guys into that main event. I definitely was leaning more toward Hangman winning that match, but Ospreay coming in and being the guy to finally bring the AEW title back, I mean, that story, it tells itself as well. So yeah, even if it wasn't the plan, Final Boss Rock, when Rock, yeah, but here's the thing. How many people really, I mean, you say that, but I feel like it was very, as far as online chatter goes, I feel like it was very divisive with The Rock and Roman happening over Cody Roman. I even was like, well, I think Rock versus Roman's a big match, but I think you still owe us the story from WrestleMania 39. Yeah, and okay, so the only reason why I think I would have really liked Ospreay winning at Double or Nothing was so that we could get Hangman and Swerve as a tag team against the Young Bucks. I still think that that's a story beat that I really would have liked. But you know what? Ospreay and Swerve against the Bucks was fucking awesome. So I mean, I really can't complain. Either option was good for me. What's going on, Felix? I think that if you have the opportunity for Rock versus Roman, you have to pivot. You say that, but if that were the case, then they wouldn't have walked back and done Cody anyway. So it's probably never gonna get that match. We're probably getting Rock. We have to be getting Rock at that Saudi WrestleMania, right?
Someone get this man a pancake.
Oh my God, we got some more subs, baby. Thanks for that, for a bronze sub. How much time until we start? I'm gonna let you guys decide. Are y'all ready to start this shit? Bread, you old waffle stomping eating ass. Are you ready to start the stream? Are y'all ready to start? I don't want to make y'all wait. I'm not here to make y'all wait. I'm here to deliver pro wrestling as you guys enjoy it. So I did want to talk about Capital Combat. Who's looking forward to Friday? We have 10 matches on this card. And yes, I say 10 matches because we're going to confirm a couple of matches tonight to finalize it. But we are going to do a Combat League Pick'em. So when after the stream tonight, when I finalize this card, I am going to post in Discord. We are doing a Pick'em from now until Friday. And we're going to do a Capital Combat Pick'em. And we are also going to do a WrestlePalooza Pick'em. You're going to predict the results of the WrestlePalooza pay-per-view that WWE's putting on. The winner will be the first in line for and let me just go ahead and rephrase that. Not even the first in line. The winner will main event the next Combat Evolved against either the YouTube or Twitch TV champion. Whoever they want to face, it does not matter. So go ahead and get them points in. For now though, let's go ahead and get it hyped in chat. Let's get this show started. Turn it up. I want to see some of that craziness in the chat. And we'll go ahead and get this Combat League episode started. We've got a lot to go over. This is a 10-page episode. I don't know how I got 10 pages. I just pulled them out of my ass, I guess. But you know, we got a lot. We got a lot to cover. Oh my God, not that face. Not that face. Anything with that face. That's a cursed image. That's a cursed image. Dude, is this how Junior Mata gets hyped? Is this how Junior Mata gets hyped? Because if so, I'm with it. I'm fucking with it. We're gonna pause the music, folks. Me. Tonight's Combat Evolved starts with Seth Rollins standing in front of the camera for what appears to be an opening monologue, and Seth Rollins says, "In just 3 days, the landscape of Combat League changes for the better. I am the gospel, and the gospel states that the Combat League World Championship has always belonged to me. In Indianapolis, I fulfill my prophecy. I'll give it up to you, Phoenix. You've been a hell of a fighting champion. You're the proud fighting champion that these people think they want, but it's not about what they want. It's about what they need, and what they need is the prophet, the herald of the doctrine, Seth Rollins. And Phoenix, I respect you and that proud warrior spirit. But your pride will be your undoing, because tonight you and your brother are in that ring with two of the most dangerous men in the game today. I told them, I begged Roderick and Kyle to leave some of you left for Indianapolis, but the doctrine shows no mercy to its enemies. Phoenix, at Capital Combat, your rise to the top will finally crash and burn." And now we go to ringside for our first match of the evening, folks. Except I think my TV just turned, my monitor just went to sleep.
This is my brutality!
Brody King. Big Brody King, and you know what? I think, welcome to Combat Evolve, folks. We'll talk about Seth Rollins with those ominous words to start the broadcast, the main event of Capital Combat this Friday. It is pay-per-view week. We are 3 days away. Main event of Capital Combat, Ray Phoenix defending that world title against Seth Rollins. But our opening match of the evening, we're gonna see who the 7th man to enter that ladder war at Capital Combat for the YouTube TV title. We got Big Bad Brody King adding some meat to the ladder match along with Tyson Cruz. But for Brody King to do that, he's got to enter. He's got to beat. And we got a new Muerte, by the way, former Mint, shout out to you. Village Demon hit me up and said he really liked this redesign, wanted me to use it, and I'm down, you know me. We got the Bullet Club insignia on the tights, I love it. And unfortunately for Muerte's cohort, Juice Robinson, he lost. Might, I don't even know if Might is in the conversation. Juice Robinson lost to AJ Styles at the last Combat Evolved, and Robinson having to sit out at Capital Combat. But, you know, we already saw Hana Kikuchi of Bullet Club, dead or alive. He's advanced. He's in the ladder war for the Twitch TV title. Can Muerte step up and redeem Juice Robinson? I mean, we talk about that match. AJ Styles did have to kind of, I mean, he kind of resorted to some less than savory tactics to win that match. And okay, I don't know what happened there, but I don't think they do either. This match not going either man's way right now. But now Brody King does have the waist lock. I'm not really sure who's, I mean, you got to think that in a situation like this, Brody King does have the strength advantage. Look at the headlock, almost like a vice grip on Muerte. And I got to be honest, man, kind of like Tyson Cruz, if you had Brody King to this ladder match, I mean, that is a whole other element, because we know the kind of pain that Brody likes to inflict. But man, we talk about a big hoss. You're not gonna see him do death-defying stunts off that ladder, but you are gonna see him put the hurting on anyone in his way. But Muerte, Bullet Club, they want to take all the gold at Capital Combat. Won't be able to do that if Muerte doesn't advance tonight. I don't really like the chain wrestling. They got to refine it. And I know that's asking a lot of 2K games, but it just doesn't look all that clean. I think it needs to be situational. It really blows my mind that two guys can start a match and have like one guy tries to charge at someone with a drop kick, and then they get up and start chain wrestling. No, the match started. The drop kick started the match. We have gotten past the chain wrestling of the opening portion. Look at those uppercuts to the body from Muerte. Oh, what a drop kick from Muerte, and that one took Brody King off of his feet. And this is going to be a speed versus strength type matchup. Muerte top rope. And I don't know what he's got planned here. Cross body from the top. Yeah, the chain wrestling's too long. That's my other issue with it. You're telling me that little waist lock there, I don't know. I just don't think they implemented it all that well. There was a game several years ago that had the chain wrestling, and I definitely thought it was a little bit better than what it is in this game. Oh, and what a boss man slam. Brody King only getting one. I mean, big boss man definitely would have been proud of what Brody King just pulled off there, man. And look, what a lariat. And just when you think, that's the thing about Bullet Club, man, these guys, they're scavengers. They fight and they fight to survive. And somehow Muerte back up, and Shades of Eddie Guerrero from the Undead Luchador. Part of the trio Bullet Club Most Wanted, and gets back to its feet. The athleticism, man, very impressive from Muerte. And I gotta be honest, man, we heard Seth Rollins talk about Rey Fenix, and Muerte just comes crashing down. Got a stacked show tonight. Main event, Will Ospreay versus Randy Orton. And that will be that will finalize the men's ladder war for the YouTube TV title. Then we have Christie, Ortiz, and Sarnai, Borjigin, and Liv Morgan and Tigra. And that will finalize the women's ladder war for the Twitch TV title. Also taking place tonight, world champion Rey Fenix and his brother Penta, the Lucha Bros, taking on the Doctrine, Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. And again, folks, 3 days away from Capital Combat live on pay-per-view. We'll be live in Indianapolis, and I mean, it's going to be a show. It's going to be can't miss. I mean, I can't wait. I'm buzzing already. I mean, there's just an energy in that locker room, an energy in this arena that I can't quite describe. As Muerte, Brody, King somehow on the shoulders and a roundhouse kick. Brody still up, right hand from Muerte, and I don't know, Muerte's got him draped on them. Wait, oh, beautiful suplex. Using the ropes to his advantage. And a sling blade. And Muerte, man, I was really impressed with him and Juice Robinson, their teamwork in the tag team tournament. And somehow he's able to carry Brody King. I mean, you got the guy's deceptively strong. Top rope from Muerte. Muerte coming down with the splash. And a spray. No kidding, dude. I need to figure that out, because Muerte is in here muscling this guy around. It's almost like Brody should be a super heavyweight, I think. Cross the arms, and no, Brody just tosses Muerte overhead. What up, Penguin? Right hand from, nope. Muerte catches the right hand, and no, counter into a jawbreaker from, I agree. Oh my goodness! He just spiked Muerte on his head! My God, and that's off the road. No, Muerte kicks out. Are you kidding? Could have broke his neck. That's how one of the older games was. Hey, I mean, here comes the pain. Obviously, beautiful Uranage from Brody King. Brody King, just like that, back in control of this match. And that Gonzo palm. I don't know how Muerte's even on his feet after that. But Muerte now on the apron. Lines Brody King up. No, misses the missile drop kick. Brody just swats him away. No way. And Brody King wins, folks. No, Muerte kicks out at 2. I mean, Brody just swatting Muerte. And there's a choke from Brody. No kidding. Well, and you gotta ask the same thing about Hayabusa, dude. Think about that match Hayabusa had last week. The damn gang warfare. You think he's going in the ladder war 100%? Those guys are like, they got beat the hell up. Over the top rope. Crowd on their feet chanting, "This is combat." Look at Muerte. That high risk. And of course, it wouldn't be Bullet Club without some Bullet Club shenanigans, some shenanigans. They're pulling that top turnbuckle off. And now Brody King, however, they outside of the ring. That's where Brody King's going to thrive. I mean, the high risk was great, but don't keep the fight on the outside because now that's what happens. What a leg drop from Brody. And now Brody hits the ropes and, oh, come on, man, a basement lariat. That should have been Brody, not a damn neck breaker. Why is that in his arsenal? Yes, fair. Okay, he's still going to work on the neck. But damn, a lariat would have been so much cooler. I know, and I have, but it's for some reason, this is what I get every time. Wait a minute now, Brody, what's Brody gonna do? Brody goes flying, my God! That's a lot of meat! Going in the air! I went flying! And this is only the first match. Crowd on their feet. Brody just tosses Muerte to the steel steps. I mean, you're not going to win outside, but now Brody just wanting to inflict pain and punishment. And you got to think, man, if Brody wins this, that's both members of the Kings of the Black Throne in that ladder match. Alistair and Brody going to look out for each other. That's going to add a whole different dynamic to the ladder war. Yeah, I'm not... they were too strong in the last two games. Now this game, they don't do shit. I mean, we need a balance, guys. Keyword is... Our word for the day is going to be refine. We need some things refined in this game. And Brody just daring Muerte to get back in this ring. Muerte not wanting to be counted out. Back in, right hand. Muerte takes the back. Oh, sits him out. Little mat slam action there. Springboard moonsault from Muerte, can go for the pin. Opts not to. I know, look at the kicks to the hamstring from Brody. Now Brody's got Muerte up. Muerte right hands. Spikes off the shoulders. Muerte back on his feet. And goes back to the apron. He's going to the top rope. I don't think Brody's aware of where Muerte is and comes out with an axe handle smash. Anticlimactic as hell. Drop kick. Wait a minute, Muerte hits the ropes. He's not done yet. Muerte with the basement drop kick. Goodness. Man, he had that pinpoint accuracy. And Brody's still alive. You got to be impressed with Bullet Club. Dead or alive, but no, Brody King counters. DDTs. Muerte and now Brody. Middle rope, what has he got planned? Brody King, this is a moonsault, my God. The big man just went for a moonsault of Muerte. Into the midsection. Roundhouse kick to the back of the head. But he finished it here. Could this be it? Muerte top rope. Muerte's gonna dive off the top. Comes back with the back senton. And Muerte, he does it for Bullet Club. Dead or alive. Yeah, but he's not Darby Allin, so I'm not gonna call it the coffin drop. What a performance from Muerte! He survived the big bad Brody King! And a graphic then comes up with the updated men's ladder war for the Vacant Combat League YouTube TV Championship. And our participants for that match are now Tyson Cruz, Ilya Dragunov, Hayabusa, Alistair Black, Burt Strickland, AJ Styles, and now Muerte joining the melee. And only one spot remains, and that will be determined in tonight's main event. Man, you're foul for that. You're foul for that. Riot Spider. Someone bonk him. 4.5. You're going to change your review that quickly? Stick to your guns. And after the match ends, a video package airs, and it shows highlights of Smoke Morgan's beatdown of Doug Foster all the way back from Combat Evolved Episode 2. And folks, these streams are available on YouTube, and each stream I have broken down by segment and match, so it's easy to navigate all the different segments without having to watch through it. Easy to find what you're looking for. So if you want to go back and see where this thing began with Smoke Morgan and Doug Foster, start with the tag team match they had in the tournament on episode 2 of Combat Evolved, and then move to episode 3 where they showed the beatdown that happened from later that night. And we get a voiceover from Doug Foster, and Doug Foster says, "When I joined this company, all I could think about was how grateful I was for a moment to show the world what I could do in that ring. But then you try to take it all away from me, Smoke. You held me responsible for your shortcomings. You couldn't hold yourself accountable, and you used me to lash out all of your anger. Because of you, Smoke, what was supposed to be the greatest moment in my life, you've taken from me. Because all I can think about, Smoke, is lying in that hospital, beaten senseless, my mom in tears, scared, begging me to find a different career. But I'm not going anywhere. You will answer for every single tear that my mom shed. You will regret the day that you put your hands on me. At Capital Combat, Smoke, I will have my pound of flesh." And the camera then cuts to Smoke Morgan, who's he's out drinking beer, and he looks at the camera. He says, "You got a set of balls in you, kid. Most people like to talk tough, but they don't back it up. Last week, you gave me a shiner with that nasty right hand. Now I see what you're about. You're out for blood, and hell, I don't blame you. But this ain't Hollywood, Doug. The level underdog doesn't get his hand raised at the end. Make no mistake about it, I'm gonna whoop your ass, boy. So, Mama Foster, you might want to reserve a room at the Indianapolis Health Medical Center. Then again, I might send your baby boy home in a body bag." And a graphic then comes up advertising Doug Foster versus Smoke Morgan at Capital Combat. This fool said, "I'm not sure I totally don't start with that match." Do not watch that match. Come on, that match was hilarious. When the camera returns from ringside, or returns to ringside, Bret Hart is already standing in the ring with the microphone, crowd on their feet for Bret. His music cuts off. And Bret Hart says, "Yeah, I know you guys are going to cook this segment, but I want to do this. I have to do this because, one, it makes sense for the pay-per-view. I just feel like I wouldn't feel right doing it otherwise. Two, I don't know. I might have something planned. I haven't thought it all the way through yet. We'll see. But we go to ringside. Bret Hart's in the ring, microphone in hand, and Bret Hart says, "It should go without saying that I hope each and every one of you watching Combat Evolved tune in on pay-per-view this Friday for Capital Combat. Of course, as Combat League president, it's my job to promote, but trust me when I say I am providing a night of wrestling that will be can't miss." Crowd chants a little bit. Bret gives a pause and he says, "And I'm out here because I want to talk about our Combat League Men's World Champion, Rey Fenix. Now, I'm going to admit, I've heard a lot about Fenix, but I never had the opportunity to see what he could do in the ring. In just a few short weeks, Rey Fenix has left an impression. Such an impression, in fact, that I believe Rey Fenix is the model example of how I envision a world champion in Combat League. He doesn't cry, he doesn't whine, he doesn't make demands. He gets in that ring every single night and he lays it all on the line. And he has every ounce of my respect as a result." Crowd chants at that. Bret continues, "But there's an element in that locker room who disagrees, and I know Paul Heyman, and I know Seth Rollins, I know the doctrine will do whatever it takes so that Rollins leaves Indianapolis as world champion. But Phoenix deserves better than that. He deserves a fair and square match. And the main event of Capital Combat deserves better than that. And that's why I'm announcing that I have appointed a special guest enforcer for the main event so that the best man wins at Capital Combat. And given that we're in Indianapolis, it's only fitting that the special guest enforcer for the main event of Capital Combat is none other than the Indianapolis Colts' very own Pat McAfee.
Hey, let's
I knew it! I knew it! Oh! Oh my God! A graphic then comes up revealing that Pat McAfee is not the special guest referee. I want you guys to keep this in mind. He is not the special guest referee. He is the special guest enforcer, so he's going to be outside of the ring making sure that no one gets involved. Oh, man. Thanks to the laugh, guys. Woo! Bret Hart then exits the ring. Oh my God, I forgot that I paired it with this too. Oh man. Oh, Bret Hart exits the ring, and as he's heading up the ramp, John Cena's music hits the sound system, and John Cena is out on stage. He's got the lime green farewell hat on. He's got the lime green farewell t-shirt. He's got the famous jean shorts, and also accompanied, of course, it can't be John Cena. It wouldn't be John Cena without the farewell wristbands. But then the camera cuts to Bret Hart, and Bret Hart gives John Cena the weirdest ass look, because it ain't John Cena that's out in the Cena gear. It's MJF who gives Bret Hart a salute and then points to the ring and sprints down the ramp and quickly gets to the ring, and he hits all of John Cena's signature trademarks. He gets in there and does a "you can't see me." He climbs up on the ropes, taunts to the crowd, and Bret Hart just looks back and shakes his head and heads to the back, and MJF in the ring, decked out as John Cena, and John Cena's music cuts off. And MJF, no, I didn't see this shit. I wish I had time. I wish I had time to do it. I wish I would have had time, because I would have, man. I really would have done it in the game. MJF has a microphone and he says, "And I'm the corny one, huh, John? John Cena, you called me corny? I'm not the one who comes out here week after week in 6 different shades of lime green looking like the mascot of the kids' cereal. But you know something? You're right, John. You are the franchise. I'm looking at this crowd right now, and I see several John Cena t-shirts. And you're right, John, and you're right. John Cena is a money-printing machine. But here's the thing, John. I don't care about the money." And then MJF then takes John Cena's hat off, and he tosses it into the crowd. "I don't care about this hat." And then MJF then takes off John Cena's shirt, and he throws it into the crowd as well. "I don't care about this stupid shirt. And I for damn sure don't care about these goofy ass wristbands." And then MJF takes off the wristbands and tosses them into the crowd as well. These are gimmicks, and I don't need a goddamn gimmick. These people love me for who I am, John. Whether they've loved me or hated me, all I've ever been is my authentic self, and Maxwell, being true to Maxwell, is how I've earned their respect. And here's the thing, Johnny boy. The whole reason you've become this edgy little douchebag calling these people marks and trying to bury me on this microphone is because you know that you're facing irrelevance. It's why you've set up a year-long retirement tour, because you are starved for attention. Well, you won't have to starve any longer, because all eyes will be on you in Indianapolis, John. When I pin your shoulders to the mat, 1, 2, 3, and you have to face the realization that your time is up and my time is now. And then MJF's theme song hits the PA system. And MJF salutes at the camera. And he says, "See you in Indy, John." And he makes his exit from ringside, and a graphic comes up, and folks, MJF versus John Cena live on pay-per-view, Capital Combat. I'm telling you, this show is stacked. We just found out about Pat McAfee being the special enforcer in the world title main event, and now we have MJF versus John Cena. And that's going to take us to our next match. Maddox next week, Cena dressed as MJF. Fucking do it. We got to see what happens Friday first. Aren't you a wannabe priest? Oh man, Iron Tiger, can you DM me Sarnai's theme song? Oh man.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the...
Oh my god, dude. My stomach hurts. I knew it when I did it. I was like, I know no one's gonna like this. I'm not even really like, you guys know I'm not a Pat McAfee guy, but I just feel like you can't really do an Indianapolis show and not have a Pat McAfee reference, right? Batter Guy Maddox, I owe you an apology. The Bret hate is warranted, and Sarnai Borjigin, man, she's got a tall task. She's got to face Christie Ortiz, and Sarnai Borjigin, this girl is talented. I've seen what she can do. I've seen her wrestle in Stardom. I've seen her wrestle in Tokyo Joshi Pro. But Christie Ortiz has a chip on her shoulder. And she feels like, no, it's not even that she feels like, she knows she has something to prove. And we saw her, I mean, she kind of played spoiler for Tegan Knox.
They tell me I'm the bargain version of Lil Chase Hudson, Morrison, all the lost Paul Rudd, Joji, George O'Malley, Frank Sinatra,
Ortiz, man.
30, 12, and Johnny, both are not. I'm getting them serial killer vibes. I'm getting serial killer vibes.
Well, enjoy Pat McAfee at Capital Combat. I will not be streaming that night. Nacho Mac will be hosting the stream for me. Y'all have fun with Pat McAfee. I have, oh my god, you know what? I keep seeing you guys post. There's gonna be, there's a couple of other silly things that happen on this stream tonight. I completely forgot. All right, here, my YouTube just shut off, so let me get this music playing again. Now YouTube doesn't work. All right, well, yeah, now the whole YouTube just said we're dead. We're not working anymore. Here we go, Sarnai Borjigin, Christie Ortiz. Why does YouTube just decide sometimes it doesn't want to perform the way I want it to? And there we go. We got this another 5-minute lockup. I might turn off chain wrestling, guys. I'm really leaning toward it. And Ortiz in control. There's a pin from Ortiz. Ortiz trying to make light work of Sarnai Borjigin. Oh, I like the new Muerte. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have used it. Damn, that was awesome. A blockbuster from that middle rope. How quick Ortiz hit those ropes. But Sarnai right back in her face, right back to her feet, right back in Christie's face. And man, I cannot wait. You know what? I'm totally gonna play the goober. I'm gonna play a Byron Saxton type commentator. I cannot wait to see Pat McAfee at Capital Combat, special guest enforcer. Man, that's gonna be a must-see main event. And now there's a beautiful wrist lock from Christie Ortiz, who just countered Sarnai Borjigin. And you know, Sarnai, I mean, she's now, from what I've seen of her in Tokyo Joshi and Stardom, she has not backed down from a single opponent, but a back suplex from Christie Ortiz. Meanwhile, Christie Ortiz kind of putting together a impressive resume here in Combat League. Man, and Combat League live on pay-per-view this Friday. Obviously, we're going to be on Twitch. Oh, I got something planned for Barry Barnes on the pay-per-view. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Springboard, drop kick, and really should have hit the referee, but I am not going to complain. You know what this game should have? A creator referee. Like, you can design the shirts. Like, because if you want to put your own little, your own little rest, like, if you're running an E-Fed or a custom Fed, you could put the logo on the ref. I just think that would be fucking dope. I guess you could just make a CAW with a referee attire and then just make a special guest referee match. I mean, I think you could do it that way. Chain wrestling is only... See, I think I might do that. That's not the worst idea in the world. I like that. And that big knee from Christie Ortiz Kamigoye. And Christie, you know she wants in that ladder war. She wants to be a champion in Combat League. I mean, she's immediately went after Tegan Knox, and man, what a match those two had. There's a beautiful lariat though from Sarnai Borjigin, and Borjigin will not be denied. Shoulder tackle. Wrist. Oh, she trips up Christie face first on the canvas, and Sarnai fired up. And now has Christie in the air, going for that suplex. No, Christie uses Sarnai's momentum against her Irish whip and has Sarnai on the shoulders. Oh my God, I go to sleep. Sarnai's gonna be napping for weeks. No, she kicks out. That was a brutal CM Punk, Kenta, whoever you want to attribute the go to sleep to, they would have been proud, but no! Christie runs into a knee from Sarnai. Sarnai back in the ring. We are all wearing Pat's jersey on Friday. Hell yeah. Sing the song, Mr. Potts. Sing his theme song. How's that song? I'll play it again before the stream's over tonight. Sarnai Borjigin middle rope. What the fuck? What was that? I don't know what that was, but Jesus. We are indeed. As long as Pat McAfee prevents O'Reilly and Strong and Paul Heyman from getting involved in the main event, I'm good. And Christie tried that jab, but Sarnai saw it coming. Razor eye there. Oh, and Christie dumps Sarnai to the outside. Whew. Dog, y'all have my stomach hurting after all that laughing, man. Well, you know what? Well, his word is law, so here's the thing. If O'Reilly and Strong get in that ring and the referee doesn't see it, if Pat McAfee decides he wants to take over as referee, he has that right. that means Seth Rollins gets disqualified and doesn't win the or the Combat League World Championship. That's just how it is. And again, Sarnai out at 2. And Ortiz stays on her. What a suplex. Irish whip sending Sarnai to the ropes and jumping knee from Christie Ortiz. Elbows from Ortiz and dude, Ortiz is all over Sarnai in this match. Jesus, it ain't safe. Oh, you guys saw the titles, right? The tag title, you know, it's whatever. I didn't have time to really work on it. I don't like the Combat League logos all over the title like that. Once I get some time to really like think about how I want the tag titles to look, I am going to redesign it. But I kind of fucks with that Twitch TV and YouTube title. It looks like the TNT and TBS belts in AEW. A little. Like the jewels in the front plates. Look at those punches from Sarnai Borjigin just all over Ortiz now. If we fire Bret and hire Bill, what Bill are we hiring? Big clothesline from Sarnai in that corner elbow as well. Sarnai comboing up. Tiger, I think I have some ideas with Sarnai Borjigin this version of Combat League. Wait, y'all want Bill Goldberg as the president of Combat League? Is that what y'all want? And both women exchanging strikes. You know what? I could fuck with Bill Nye the Science Guy as the president of Combat League. That'd be kind of cool. And these two women just beating the piss out of each other. Who's gonna be? Oh, look at that! They just collide! What a brawl between these two! Christie Ortiz has met her match, and Sarnai Borjigin. Sarnai still up, no! Just runs into a submission! Just got caught! And Christie gets it, breaks it up. No! Sarnai back to her feet, hits Christie midsection. Oh, and there's a submission from Sarnai Borjigin as Christie Ortiz compromise rear naked choke. And Christie able to get out of it. Sarnai, no, decides to let it go. Decides she has other ways to take out Christie Ortiz, and we're about to see it. It's going to be another one. Ortiz this time having to fight out of it. Elbows to the ribs and right to the jawline. Breaks that rear naked choke, and Ortiz with a rope. Bounce back with a blockbuster. And look at Ortiz quickly sliding out of the ring. Surveying her work. Sarnai Borjigin in trouble here, folks. Right hand. No. So great. Sarnai, roll up. Christie might get it here, might lose. She just got Christie by surprise. Sarnai did it. Sarnai would have win. Christie cannot believe it. She is shocked. She's laid out the mat shocked that Sarnai Borjigin just took that win. That was awesome. What a match. Sarnai Borjigin is going to Capital Combat. That really is. I agree. What a match, dude. That was an awesome ending. Sarnai rolls out of the ring, and Christie Ortiz still can't believe what happened. She's telling the referee that was a fast count. No, I can't. No, that wasn't it. Referee telling the match is over. Sarnai up the ramp, holds the back of her head. And a graphic comes up with the updated women's ladder war for the vacant Combat League Twitch TV Championship. And so far, our participants this Friday: Tatum Paxley, Jade Cargill, Stephanie Valkyria, Jordan Grace, Zelina Vega, Hana Kikuchi, and now Sarnai Borjigin. And only one spot remains, and we'll find out tonight when Liv Morgan faces Tigra. And after the match, a recap airs of Damian Priest versus Barry Barnes from the last Combat Evolved, available on YouTube, where Barry Barnes picked up an unexpected win when the Fiend dropped Barnes with a Sister Abigail, and that caused Damian Priest to lose by disqualification. Later that night, the cameras caught Bray Wyatt nervously pacing around in the parking lot, and Bray, I tried to warn you, Priest! I tried to warn everybody! I thought I put the monster to rest, but there's still that twisted, sick part of me that craves violence, that still delights in the pain of others. You think I want to be this way, Damian? I didn't ask for this. I tried to do the right thing. I tried to put that version of myself behind me, man, but you encouraged it, Damian. No one's safe in Indianapolis. The monster is tired of being locked away, and I'm tired of hiding him, hiding myself from this world. Damian, you will be the first of many. And when the Combat League locker room is inevitably laid to rest or laid to waste, that blood will be on your hands, man. Can you live with that, Damian? And the camera then cuts to Bliss Boda, who was with Damian Priest, and Bliss says, chilling words from Bray Wyatt, Damian Priest, and Priest cuts him off, and he says, Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, I don't care what or who you say you are. You cost me a chance at $500,000 and a world championship. You cost me a match against that little bitch Barry Barnes. You want to fight at Capital Combat? Say less. And Damian Priest storms off, and a graphic appears confirming Bray Wyatt versus Damian Priest. We then cut to another interview segment. Mr. Potts, you might want to stay for this. We cut to another interview segment. Annika Hex is with Liv Morgan, who is seconds away from getting in the ring. When the interview, before Liv and Annika can even say anything, it's interrupted by Dominic Mysterio, and Dominic says, Liv, what's going on? I've tried calling you all week. You've left all my texts on red. Are you ignoring me? And Liv Morgan, things look a little awkward for Liv, and Liv says, Dom, look, you were the first Combat League World Champion. On the first episode of Combat League, you told the world that we were the power couple of Combat League, that this was supposed to be our era. But then you lost to Rey Fenix, not once, not twice, 3 times. 3 times, Dom. And Dom, you seriously begged me for $1,500 so that you could pay Smoke Morgan, and you still lost? And Dominic says, babe, I told you I'd pay you back. I'm good for it. And Liv says, no, I'm good, Dom. In fact, in case you didn't get the hint, I'll just save myself some time. I don't date losers. And Dominic looks forward, and Liv says, so I'm going to go out there and win my match and go to Capital Combat. Good luck on your future endeavors, or whatever. And Liv Morgan then walks off, and Dominic looks upset, and Annika wanting to say something to Dominic, and Dominic just runs off in the other direction. Oh, Dominic! Oh, Loverboy Dom! His heart's broken! $1,500? Are you kidding? Let's get ready for our next match of the night. You going out bad. Woo! You know, I'll never get that time. And then going back to Smoke and Doug against Hook and Ison, when Hook, I think, pulled Barry off the apron. He pulled Barry off the apron and just started suplexing him all around outside the ring. And Bliss just goes, man, fuck Hook. Dirty. Woo-wee! You gotta, I don't think Liv's getting her money back. Doesn't sound like Liv's getting her money back. Maltanta. Okay. Look at you. Oh my God, man. Oh. Well, it looks like Liv just kicked Dom to the curb, and I can't say I blame her. Pay her back, Dom. And Christie Ortiz, let me rephrase that. Sarnai Borjigin, we know, is going on to Capital Combat, but who will finalize? And also, as Liv is getting to the ring, we do see in the crowd Tatum Paxley sitting in one section of the front row, Jade Cargill in another. There's Stephanie Valkyria, Jordan Grace, Hana Kikuchi watching this match. And Liv and Tigra, look at all these women watching at ringside, because one of these women will be joining them in the ladder war. And I gotta be honest, you know, I can totally sympathize with Liv Morgan here. She's really been supporting Dominic. What's up, Ty? I mean, I gotta be honest, letting Dominic borrow $1,500 so he could pay another person to help him retain his title, and he still lost. It's crazy work, Dom. Real piece of work you are, man. Boyfriend of the year. I gotta give it up to you. And now Liv Morgan headlock applied. And another woman I've been impressed with is Tigra. Man, that match she had with Chelsea Green was something else. And I think it was that match that really caught Bret Hart's attention and wanted to give her this ladder war qualifier. And look at her. She's got she's got Liv Morgan compromised. Springboard moonsault from Tigra. Pinfall. Yeah, I don't think there's any mic to it. There was no misunderstanding in her words. Let me just repeat what she said. I don't date losers, Dom. So good luck in your future endeavors. Or whatever. Dom reminds me of a guy who begged his girlfriend for money so he could spend it on Genshin Impact. Dom probably is that guy. Do we know? Does he play Genshin Impact? Liv? Has he brought any more money? In Dom's mind, they just had a fight. They just had a little fight. She's gonna cool off. This was a drop kick from Liv Morgan. Liv did put in work in that battle royal. There's a kick to the ribs from Liv. Irish whip. And Liv, I mean, I think Liv has something to prove here. She's a whole new woman now. Free, I mean, I think in her mind, she's free of the baggage and Dominic Mysterio. She's got to go to pay-per-view. She's got to win that Twitch TV title, but she's got to survive Tigra first, who just goes after the knee with the shin breaker. And Tigra, man, I mean, she was tearing it up in CMLL. And one thing I like about Combat League, kind of the nexus for all these wrestlers from all over the world to you really showcase what they can do. And Tigra, I think, got a lot of attention at Brawl. Oh, there's that super kick at Brawl on the Big Apple. What up, WWE fan? Clothesline, no. Liv Morgan ducks it and just, pulls the hair. That's illegal. Referee might want to get involved there. Oh, God, they're going to try to recruit Dominic. Face breaker from Liv Morgan. And Tigra on it, too. She's stronger even now that she broke up with Dom. But now Tigra, though, comes back, kicks to the hamstring. And oh, there's a code breaker. And a 2 count. And Tigra DDT planting Liv Morgan. And I don't like the pin. But she got the job done. And maybe Dom rubbed off on Liv Morgan. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Let me just amend this. Dom Mysterio comes out and he wants to make it up to Liv, right? He wants to make it up to Liv. He wants to help his honey get the, he's gonna show her that, you know what, he can be a winner. And so he gets out there and she immediately sees him and she's trying to argue with him, tell him to go to the back. She's got this. And Liv, I love you. We can work through this. We can work through this, babe. We can do this. And Tigra turns Liv around, spikes her with that DDT and pins her. And Dominic, he knows he's just fucked up. And Dominic gets in the ring. No, Dominic doesn't even get in the ring. He just stands on the outside. That's my bad. And he can't believe what he's just done. And then he gets up on the apron and he gets in the ring and Liv is livid. And she tells the referee to get that creep away from me. And the referee grabs Dominic. Liv! It's Dominic, I don't like you! You're a loser! Stay the hell out of my life! And Liv Morgan storms out of the ring and Dominic just stands there, sitting in the ring again and head down. And Liv exits to the back and poor Dom, but he cost Liv Morgan the match! Liv could have won this if it wasn't for Dom! And Dominic just in the ring. And there's Annika Hex in the ring as well. And Dominic takes them, starts talking to the microphone. I will do anything to get you back, Liv. I will do anything. No, I'm sorry. Annika Hex is on the stage. And Dominic walks up the ramp and he stops on stage and he, before Annika can speak, I'll do anything to win you back, Liv. You're my girl. It's you and me forever, Liv. I promise I'll make it up to you. I promise I'll be the man you deserve. But then a theme song hits.
This is my brutality!
And Rhea Ripley comes out laughing at Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic just stares at her and she says, sucks to be you, Dom. And just cracking up. And Dominic looks at her and she says, keep taking those L's, Dom. And Dominic just heads to the back and Rhea mockingly waves bye to him. And then Annika Hex after Rhea Ripley's music cuts off, Annika Hex begins speaking and she says, Rhea, last week Athena posted a TikTok where she specifically called you out for a singles match at Capital Combat. Would you care to tell us your response? And Rhea Ripley says, Athena? You want to face me at Capital Combat? Well, be careful what you bloody wish for. You talk a mad game, and I admit I was impressed by what you said, but I want you to take a note of one thing. The only reason you were allowed to call yourself the Forever Champion was because I didn't think you were worth my time. But now, after what you did at Combat Evolved, you have my undivided attention. And I don't know about you, Annika, but I think beating Athena gives me a hell of a case for being the next in line for a world championship match. So Bret, let's give Athena what she thinks she wants. Athena, in Indianapolis, you'll find out firsthand why I'm the Nightmare.
This is my brutality!
And Rhea Ripley then hypes up the crowd before turning to leave. Hold on, let me check these DMs real quick. All right, I'm gonna get this guy in here real quick. So Rhea Ripley hypes up the crowd, but when she turns around to leave, she eats a vicious forearm from Athena that drops Rhea to a knee. And Athena then stands over Rhea, and she has this devious smirk. She's satisfied with the knowledge that she got the drop on Rhea for a second time, and then she starts blasting Rhea with forearm after forearm that eventually causes Rhea to stumble down the ramp with Athena stalking behind her. Athena eventually throwing Ripley into the ring. With Ripley in the ring, Athena clambers up the turnbuckle until she's perched high on the top rope, and once again, Rhea just might become a victim of another O-face. But this time, when Athena leaps from the top, Rhea catches her and turns it into a riptide, but before Rhea can fulfill the riptide, Athena uses Rhea's momentum against her, slides off her shoulders, and makes a quick exit from the ring, making a quick retreat up the ramp, and Rhea Ripley dares Athena to get back in the ring, but Athena not moving, and Rhea Ripley's music hits again. And we have a graphic that comes up, and it does confirm that official for Capital Combat, Rhea Ripley versus Athena. And the camera cuts backstage where Liz Boda is in the process of talking about Capital Combat when Lyra Valkyria interrupts and snatches the microphone from his hands, and Lyra says, "Everybody is so happy that AJ Lee showed up last week. I thought you would have had your fill of pro wrestling with the Riot Royale, but now you want to mess with Clan Balor? Well, AJ, I'm going to roll the welcoming mat out for you tonight so that I can personally see to it that your return is merely temporary. You're going to learn, just like your husband, just like that spoiled brat Pod, that the world belongs to Clan Balor." And the camera then cuts to Bret Hart's office, and standing opposite of Bret Hart is Beth Phoenix, and Beth Phoenix signs her name on some paperwork, and we see that this paperwork is enclosed in a folder that has the Capital Combat logo on it, and she hands it over to Bret, and Bret reads it over, and he makes a nod and he places it on his desk, and Bret Hart says, "Well, you got what you wanted, Beth. Are you happy? Are you truly happy that you had to steal an opportunity away from a deserving opponent, from a deserving competitor like Sol Ruca, to get what you want?" And Beth Phoenix says, "See, Bret, you say you respect me, but it's clear that you don't. Do you really think that I would attack Sol? I hurt my opponents in the ring. I don't need to jump somebody outside. You can say it was me all you want. You can think it was me, but my problem was never with Sol. My problem was always with Tony." And before she could finish, Tony Storm, "I'm right here, bitch!" And Tony Storm then leaps at Beth Phoenix, tackling Beth, the two spilling over Bret Hart's desk, both women pummeling each other with punches. Bret Hart runs out of the office, and "I need security here right now." Tony Storm begins banging Beth Phoenix's head against Bret's desk, and Beth stumbles out of Bret's office. Tony Storm's right on her, though, charges into Beth, knocking her against the wall, and the two have each other tied up in a headlock where they each batter each other with punches, and security is eventually able to separate the two. Tony Storm, looking like a vicious pit bull, trying to tear away from the security to get at Beth Phoenix, and Tony Storm says, "I'm gonna beat your ass in any bitch." And Beth Phoenix says, "Why? Wait! Let her go! Come on, bitch!" And Bret Hart says, "Tony, Seth, you two lay another hand on each other, and I will call your match off on Friday. Save it for Capital Combat. Get them out of here right now. And security starts pulling on both women, and we eventually go back to ringside for our next match. Well, you missed the promo that Tony Storm cut. She came back. She came back. Oh, my game crashed. She came back because there's a title match on the line. Don't report, and let's just reload the game. What's up, Division? How you doing, man? We're gonna get to a match here. Gotta let my game. It isn't Bret. Wait, what is Godfather Bliss saying? Oh, I know it's you, Division. What's up, bro? Is it Division or is it Divinity? I don't. Let me read your name. I thought it was. It's Divinity. I keep calling you Division. I'm so sorry. All right, I'm just gonna delete these matches. Oh boy. All right, let's try this shit again. Sorry, guys. You slapped a backstage interviewer. Come on, dude. Are you really gonna say that it was undeserved? You slapped a backstage interviewer, my friend. You don't get away with that. You should not get away with that. Nautilus, what's up? Dude, I'm pumped for this main event, though. I'll tell you what. That's one half of Blizz Boda. I think she should. Well, representing Bret Hart as the president of Combat League, I disagree. Lots of pain in my... Damn, dude, are you okay? Is this like a medical thing or just like you've worked a lot? Either way. I had some... I don't want to like really get into it, but a family member of mine passed away. Like a really close family member. She passed away last night. I had to miss work and everything. It's hard because, like, I'm okay. For sure. My mom's not, though. Hit my mom hard.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
I'm really just like, I just worry about my mom and stuff like that more than myself. Oh, you got the flu. That's not good. And Lyra Valkyria. I appreciate you guys. But no, I don't. I kind of like to keep that personal stuff real personal. Clan Balor being represented tonight, and Clan Balor lost to that gang warfare match last week. Notice you see none of those men here. They put their bodies through hell. And ultimately it was Hayabusa, Satanta, and CM Punk who came out on top. but it was with a little help. Lyra Valkyria very instrumental for Clan Balor, and if it wasn't for this woman right here, who made her return to Combat League. We gotta find a better AJ Lee. This is passable for now. I'm telling you, they just need to make AJ Lee a CAW. Or not a CAW, DLC. Nautilus, we got a pay-per-view on Friday. Jay Divinity, we got a pay-per-view on Friday. Are there? Y'all need to just put me on game because like I always, here's the thing. This is why I need y'all to put me on game because on 2K24, there was a spreadsheet that had all the best CAWs, based off of real wrestlers and what hashtags you need to look for. There's no spreadsheet for 2K25 that I can find. So I just type in the wrestler and I basically just go with the most downloaded one because my dumb ass thinks like, okay, well, if 25,000 people downloaded her, this must be a fire-ass CAW. Now, Lyra Valkyria in control. Like I said, she's doing this for Clan Balor, but no, AJ Lee moves all the way that splash. And AJ Lee, we saw her at the Riot Royale. She was in that Battle Royal. And her first singles match on Combat Evolved, man, our 10th episode. 10 weeks strong for Combat Evolved, and we're celebrating Combat Evolved. How about this? Also pay-per-view week, 3 days away from Capital Combat. I'm gonna have to grab it. Roddy just DM'd me with a way better swerve. A way better. And oh, wait a minute, Lyra counters. And I think Lyra at one point would have said this is a dream opponent for her. I mean, she grew up loving AJ Lee, but now that the influence of Finn Balor, I mean, he's poisoned JD McDonough and Eddie Page and Lyra Valkyria and of course Lyra's fiance LJ Cleary. Which I'm surprised, man. I think the cool thing about an interactive universe is that it's kind of a microcosm. It's not only a microcosm of like a small snippet of what actually being running a company's like. Cause you still, if you really think about it, right, on a very micro scale, I'm talking like a very, very this much of a scale. Okay, I get DMs all the time from people like, man, I shouldn't lose. I hate that I lost that match. You gotta make me look good. I feel like that's probably something that as a promoter you deal with a lot backstage, so that's kind of interesting. Just the whole wanting better presentation, better representation. But then there's also I think it's a good gauge of who's popular and who's not as well. By Friday, honestly. Shit, really, if you could get those things uploaded Thursday, I could just do them Thursday. I just think that interactive universes also serve as a good gauge of, especially when you do real wrestlers and CAWs, it's a good gauge of what people like and what they're resonating with in real life. Because my first interactive universe, I had 6 people who wanted to play Kenny Omega. We're talking right at the beginning of AEW. Now it's I see no Kenny Omega players because I don't think people really fuck with AEW like that. Not like they used to. That initial buzz is gone. Goes on from Lyra. No one has ever wanted to play Will Ospreay. Spectrum was really the first person. This is PS5. And in my interactive universe, so in my eFed, it's a SimFed, whatever you want to call it, I use real wrestlers and CAWs. Wrestlers from past, present, wherever. No, I don't care where they work. If they're available and you want to use them, we'll use them. If you've made a wrestler that you kind of want to integrate in this thing, that's fine with me too. Whatever works. I got the new Seth attire, yes. Hell yeah, are you joining us? So here's how it works, Jay. I should have sent you the big message, but I was streaming. You get 2 picks. You can pick a male wrestler, a female wrestler. You can pick a combination of you can pick a combination of a male and a female wrestler, a male and a tag team, or a female wrestler and a tag team. So you get one of those 3 options. If you want your singles wrestler to be part of your tag team, that's fine with me as well. I don't even remember the Megan Bain story that I did. Oh, with Eric Bischoff. Yeah, that was fun. It honestly was. AJ Lee going top rope. Oh, she just dove to the outside and missed. Why did she do that? I'm telling you right now, I don't know how you guys feel about Lyra, but I think she's like a workhorse for sure, dude. She, like, every time I'm looking at clips of a WWE show, Lyra to me is like, granted I'm not seeing the full matches, but okay, the little sunset flip thing she did with Raquel on Monday, that was dope. God, do not join them, Divinity. Do not join them. Seth Rollins is a false prophet. I didn't say that. Valkyria top rope. Coming down with that leg drop on AJ. And like I said, their absence tonight, Clan Balor. You got to believe all 6 of those men licking their wounds. What in real life wrestlers are open? Well, it's so funny you should ask. I try to stay a little ahead of the game. So this is the link with the pick characters. This is our Discord as well. Love to have you in our Discord. You guys need to DM me too. DM me about your pay-per-view attires, and I will remind you on Discord tomorrow or tonight. I'm gonna be up tonight because I'm gonna play Borderlands 4. Just hit me up so I don't forget, so I have everything. Lyra, no, AJ Lee kicks out. Duplex from Lyra to AJ Lee. Well, AJ Styles is taken, dude. AJ Lee on it too. Main event at the first Combat Evolved, actually. And Lyra scoop slams AJ Lee. Lyra in control of this, and I think that's just that time off. The time off for AJ Lee. She's been gone for over a decade, and Lyra. Oh no! AJ Lee catches her. Powerbomb. AJ Lee caught Lyra, and a Lyra out of 1. And that's that AJ Lee, man. Not miss a step, but misses the sidekick. Lyra caught the foot, dragged her into the crossbody. Elbows from AJ Lee, lariat! AJ puts some mustard on that one. No, Lyra catches the kick. Has the leg trap. Lyra German suplex. Look at that leg drop. And AJ Lee's still in it. And Lyra, I mean, you got to be impressed. The Clan Balor, they usually always roam in a group. Divinity, I might have an idea for you. Let me DM you. Let me DM Divinity real quick. AJ Lee goes for the pin, and no, Lyra on it too. Lyra's got AJ Lee up. Oh, she just planted her. So, actually, how I'm going to do this match, I'm gonna just have a little AI character involved for a little bit for this feud. AJ Lee is on the apron, and LJ Cleary comes out from the crowd, and he yanks at AJ Lee, and her face hits the apron, and Cleary with the smirk grabs Amy, just drags her by her hair, picks her up, and throws her back in the ring where Lyra Valkyria finishes her off. And then LJ Cleary, this is Lyra Valkyria's real life fiance. Obviously, if you watch Journey, he was part of Clan Balor there. That's the Journey World Junior Heavyweight Champion! The Journey World Junior Heavyweight Champion! LJ Cleary here! And LJ stands beside Lyra Valkyria, standing over AJ Lee. And I mean, LJ's just ruthless, man. He's basically smashing his foot against AJ Lee's head, and Lyra stands over and says, "I told you you're gonna learn! Clan Balor stays on top!" And she slaps the hell out of AJ Lee, and Cleary and Valkyria leave the ring together. What in the hell? AJ Cleary just helped Lyra Valkyria score a big win over AJ Lee. Well, keep in mind, Punk still beat up from that gang warfare match. And there's a commotion backstage, and the camera immediately cuts backstage, and we see Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly. They approach Hook and Ice and Darkon, and much like last Combat Evolved, Roderick Strong slaps the bag of Doritos out of Hook's hands, and referee and security are quick on the scene, wedging themselves between the two teams, and Adam Cole then comes running up, and Cole says, "Guys, pull it!" And he's talking to Roderick and Kyle. He says, "Don't worry about, pull it, guys. Don't worry about them. I'll take care of those two at Capital Combat." And Hook hears that. "Oh, you're going to take care of us, Adam?" And Roderick Strong chimes in, "That's right. My boy, Adam, is going to make history on Friday." And Kyle O'Reilly says, "The only reason you two even made it to the finals is because Roderick and I weren't there to knock your asses out." And Hook says, "Is that right? You can prove it right now." And Adam Cole says, "Guys, stop. You have a match tonight. The Lucha Bros, you need to be focused. And so do you, Hook, and so do you, Ison, because I don't want any excuses when I kick your asses at Capital Combat. Because I promise you, if you don't come focused on Friday, I will beat you just like that." And Ison is prepared to say something, but Hook stops him, and Hook says, "Not worth it. All right, Adam, see you at Capital Combat. And if your boys try to get involved, Ison and I will put them on their asses." And Hook and Ison leave, and Adam Cole turns toward Roderick and Kyle, and Adam says, "Come on, man. You guys can't go picking fights like that." And Kyle O'Reilly says, "Adam Cole? The Adam Cole telling us not to pick fights? Are you okay? This doesn't sound like the Adam Cole I know." And Roderick says, "The three of us used to run locker rooms like this." And Kyle says, "And luckily, we have that opportunity again. Have you given any more thought into what we talked about?" And Adam says, "I have, and man, I don't know. Right now, before I can make a decision, I have to focus on Capital Combat. There's $250,000 for me and the Combat League World Championship gold. Right now, that's where all of my attention is. But I promise you guys, you're my brothers. Once that's over, then we can talk about putting the band back together." And Kyle O'Reilly says, "Hell yeah, man. That's what I like to hear." And Roderick Strong says, "I'm telling you, Adam, the doctrine is the way. Both the men's and tag team world championships. This is the vision that Seth Rollins and us have shared. You can make that happen, Adam." And Adam says, "We'll talk about it when the time comes. Right now, the two of you have a match to get ready for. Go give them hell, guys." And Adam Cole bumps fists with O'Reilly and Strong. And the three men go their separate ways. Then far off in the background, we see Adam Cole's tag team partner at Capital Combat, Karrion Kross. He's observing this whole interaction, and the hell knows what's on his mind. Can be good, though. And we go to ringside for our next match, our co-main event, if you will. And let's go ahead and get predictions going, because we got our world champion in this match. This is kind of like a precursor to the main event, or to the pay-per-view on Friday. Predictions are going to be up. And there's Paul Heyman. And the acolytes of the Doctrine, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 4
What up, Roddy?
and 6 pounds.
Get those pancakes up for grabs, folks. And man, I gotta be honest, Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, they put together one hell of a unit. But Roderick Strong and Adam, and if Adam Cole joins, I mean, even stronger. $4K on the Doctrine, baby. And they're trying to get Adam Cole on their side. Adam Cole, he's got one focus, and that's Friday night, Capital Combat. He and Karrion Kross, they entered the tag team tournament as one of the Lethal Lottery teams, and they made it all the way to the finals, facing another Lethal Lottery team in Hook and Ice and Darkhan. And only one of those teams will make history by becoming the first Combat League World Champions. World Tag Team Champions, sorry. Is what Adam Cole, that's what's on his mind. And again, we saw Karrion Kross watching in the background. I mean, that guy is, we know how dangerous Karrion Kross is. We know how cerebral he is and how he likes to, he's very methodical. Who even knows what's on his mind? And there's the world champion. Crowd gets on their feet. We gotta play the Lucha Bros theme. World champion Rey Fenix defending that title around his waist in the main event on Friday night. Rey Fenix against Seth Rollins, Capital Combat main event, and we learned that Pat McAfee, the special guest enforcer. And then I'm telling you, this chat was so pumped about the Pat McAfee part. No, I said what I said for a minute. The current world champion. Man, you know what? I wish they would, but I don't think they don't. Who owns that? I don't know. I don't know. And Roderick Strong Penta starting things off with their team's forearms from Roderick Strong, and as he stomps out Penta. And look at Roderick looking right at Phoenix, and oh, there's a knee! I'm not Paul Heyman. I'm not, of course, you know how I feel about Paul Heyman. It's a guy that I am not a fan of at all. He's always involved in something, always stirring the pot. He's always got his hands involved in something. German suplex from Penta, though, to Roderick. And then I gotta be honest, I like Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly, a hell of a tag team. I don't like them with Seth Rollins. I do think Rollins has put together a great faction of elite wrestlers, but I don't know what, the way that Rollins talks. Yeah, I'm gonna be watching that shit after the stream. Yeah, for sure. Have that shit played right up. Roderick Strong out at 2. And so far, Roderick, I don't think has had it. Wait a minute, no chops from Roderick in the corner of the Lucha Bros. And now look at those punches raining down on Pinna. Pinna in trouble here. And Pinna able to push Roderick Strong off, and both men lock up, and there's an Irish whip from Strong right into the corner. Kyle O'Reilly now the legal man for his team. And both men Irish whip and elbows. And of course, Paul Heyman, you know, very instrumental. He's the one who put this team together for Rollins. And he's talked about it in interviews that Rollins wanted some backup after Riot Royale, said he wanted people that he could trust to watch his back at Riot Royale. And Paul Heyman did extensive research on who would be adequate to back Rollins up, and he reached out and offered a personal contract to O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. And Pinna so far just, I think, trying to look out for his brother Phoenix, but now Phoenix world champion tagged in. Phoenix and Pinna, they might finish it here! Seth Rollins, not happy with that! Package power driver, super kick from Phoenix, and Roderick Strong in the ring breaks up the pin. And just like that, that's how dangerous the Lucha Bros are. We talk about O'Reilly Strong, but man, Phoenix is a world champion for own, but O'Reilly taking Phoenix off his feet, what a boot. Elbows from Phoenix. And now Phoenix had, brain buster from Ray Phoenix. Man, that did not look good for Kyle O'Reilly, and Phoenix just runs and stops at the back of O'Reilly's head. Now Phoenix on the apron. And look at Paul Heyman. And he just diverted attention. Roderick Strong thought he was going after O'Reilly, but Phoenix leaps off the apron. And now look at O'Reilly. O'Reilly daring Phoenix to get back in the ring, and he just a knee right to the midsection. Snapmare from O'Reilly. My God, those kicks. Head suplex. Almost from Phoenix, and he's O'Reilly doubled over, and now Irish whip. No, elbow from O'Reilly. And now Phoenix digging in deep. And three amigos from Phoenix channeling Eddie Guerrero. Phoenix goes for another pin. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. The Lucha Bros. Wow. Ray is in God mode. I don't really like Seth Rollins' odds here on Friday. Ray Phoenix retaining the title Friday night. Sorry for a moment. The Lucha Bros pull off the win. This is a hard-fought battle. O'Reilly and Roderick, I mean, they have Lucha Bros in trouble, but Phoenix and Pinna able to come back, able to get the victory, but Roderick and Kyle O'Reilly. No, let me rephrase that. Ray Phoenix ran Pinna raised the arms in the air, but Rollins in the ring, and he has Ray Phoenix's title, and he cracks Ray Phoenix from behind with the belt. Phoenix collapsing to the canvas, and Pinna immediately goes after Rollins, and Rollins covers up, but Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong, they jump on Phoenix, they pull Phoenix off, and they take him out with a total elimination. And Rollins has the title. And he puts his boot on the back of Rey Fenix's head. He holds the Combat League World Championship in the air. But then he hits the ropes and he curb stomps Seth Rey Fenix, center of the ring. And then he looks at the title. And he holds it up again with his foot still on Rey Fenix's back. And Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong stand proud next to Seth Rollins. And folks, that is going to be the main event. Rollins' theme song plays. Phoenix laid out. Penta laid out. Rollins stands tall with the World Championship. And is that how Capital Combat will end? Is that going to be the outcome this Friday on pay-per-view? Will it end with Seth Rollins as the World Champion? Paul Heyman, Rollins, and O'Reilly and Strong leave the ring. And folks, let's talk about this pay-per-view Friday night. I want you guys to get hyped. I want you guys to show that energy because Friday night, Combat League presents Capital Combat live on pay-per-view Friday, September 19th, live on pay-per-view Friday, September 19th, and we're going to start that stream at 6:05 p.m. Central. And as we just saw, the main event of the evening, the Combat League Men's World Championship on the line when World Champion Rey Fenix defends against Seth Rollins. Then in our co-main event, it is the Combat League Women's World Championship. World Champion Toni Storm defends against Beth Phoenix. Then we have the Combat League World Tag Team Championships, the tournament finals. The winner of this match not only wins $500,000, splitting it between both men, but they become the first ever Combat League World Tag Team Champions. It is the Lethal Lottery combination of Hook and Ice and Darkon taking on the Lethal Lottery combination of Adam Cole and Karrion Kross. Then it is Best Bout Machine versus the OTC, Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns. And we heard from MJF earlier tonight. John Cena calls MJF a phony, calls him corny, says that he is not the generational talent he thinks he is. MJF believes John Cena's time is up. Who wins when it goes down in Indy for the first time ever? John Cena versus Maxwell Jacob Friedman. And also confirmed tonight, we're going to have women's action. Athena called out Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley accepted the challenge. Who wins Indianapolis? It's Athena, Rhea Ripley. That is going to be a match to look out for. And then we heard Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt said he's going to unleash the monster. He's no longer going to keep the monster caged. He's going to let the monster run wild, and it's going to be on Damian Priest's hands. And Damian wants that fight live, pay-per-view, Damian Priest versus Bray Wyatt. Smoke Morgan tried to end Doug Foster's career. He sent Doug Foster to the hospital. Doug Foster is out for blood. Singles match, and this one is not going to be a wrestling match, folks. This is going to be, as Jim Ross said, bowling shoe ugly. Doug Foster versus Smoke Morgan. And then we have the women's ladder war to crown the first ever Twitch TV champion. Tatum Paxley versus Jade Cargill versus Stephanie Valkyria versus Jordan Grace versus Zelina Vega versus Hana Kikuchi versus Sarnai Borjigin versus Tigra. And our final match, the ladder war, the men's ladder war for the vacant YouTube TV championship. And we know that it is Tyson Cruz, Ilya Dragunov, Hayabusa, Aleister Black, Swerve Strickland, AJ Styles, and Muerte. But now in our main event, we determine the final participant in the YouTube TV ladder war. Let's take it back to ringside. And we are for sure going to put some pancakes on this match. Ladder match is going to take 2 hours together. Are they really that bad? I've done a couple ladder matches in this game. I don't really think they take that long. It'll be some time, but we'll finagle with it. I'm going to experiment with some stuff tonight on some ideas. I feel like once you get the ball rolling on someone That's the thing. So the ladder matches I've had have been short, but I do think I'm going to make those matches low health, fast finisher and signature, but I want to test that out before I confirm. I didn't even know they were new. Technical difficulties.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from England, weighing in at 231 pounds.
All right, y'all, big pancakes. Come on now, big pancakes. And Ospreay, he said he needs to be on pay-per-view. Thought his opportunity was going to be in that tag team tournament, but he and Kenny Omega came up short, getting eliminated by the Hardy Boys. He said Omega went on. He's got Roman Reigns and Ospreay left with nothing, so he has to win that ladder war. He has to become the first YouTube TV champion. And Randy Orton said, I mean, how about Randy Orton talking about that adrenaline rush? Ospreay said he has to get to ladder where he has to win the YouTube TV championship. But to get to Capital Combat, Will Ospreay has one man standing in front of him. Man, I got goosebumps. I cannot believe I even have the opportunity to call this match. Nah, man, main event, y'all. Big pancakes. Don't be cowards. This is a coward-free zone. I see 10K on one person, but you know what? I see a giant goose egg on the other. Someone be brave and put those pancakes on the line. Yeah, former Mint, you was talking that she. You was talking that she. You ain't talking that she now, man. Don't be a coward. Six pancakes. Nah, son. Well, I'm broke. I only have 24. Well, is that 24 or 2.4? If you have 24, you better drop 10K right now. Which, by the way, I was gonna wait for the pay-per-view to announce this. I'm gonna announce it now. The Twitch TV and YouTube TV redemptions will come back after the pay-per-view ends. I might have already told you that in stream, but I am definitely gonna make you work for it. It is 10,000 channel points to redeem a title match. There they is. There it is. I saw someone throw some money. I saw a little pancake action get thrown at the end. Thanks, Slick. All right. Fuck it. He said restart. Let's restart. Homie want to restart? We'll restart. All right. Big money, guys. We talking big money here, folks. And what a match this is going to be, man. The crowd chanting, holy shit, before things even get underway, and I don't blame them. Ospreay, however, it looks like we're not wasting any time here, folks. Only one of these men will go on to the ladder war at Capital Combat. Ospreay right hand, no. Orton blocks it, no. Kick from Ospreay, and they lock back up. There it is. There it is. There's that money. There's that money. There's that money. 14K versus 40K. So, Divinity, are you still in here, brother? Both men lock up again, and Ospreay again in control. Right hand blocked. And also, Inferno, are you in here? Right hand from Ospreay. Orton takes the back. Has that knee shin breaker. Looks like Ospreay's going to the, I'm sorry, Orton top rope. This is a little uncharacteristic for Orton. Orton the one to go on the top rope. And a match with Ospreay, but Ospreay saw him coming. Crossbody misses. And that's the opportunity Ospreay's gonna need. Irish whip, no, Orton counters. And Ospreay places that turnbuckle. And Orton just smashing Ospreay's head on the top turnbuckle and smashing the elbow against the nose and not done. Follows up with another one. Orton gets kicked in the midsection. Ospreay, no, misses that springboard. Springboard Tiger feint kick it looked like, and no. Right hand, and so far Orton just a hair faster than Ospreay. And a suplex from Ospreay, what a counter. Ospreay leg hook, fisherman suplex. No pinfall there. Ospreay. Oh, an overhead toss from Orton. Orton scouted it. And now the right hand's just raking over the bridge of the nose of Ospreay. And Ospreay, look at Orton going for the RKO. Ospreay having to roll out of the ring. Not gonna let Orton get that early RKO. Wait a minute, Ospreay's got Orton on the shoulders and no, blows out her bomb. Pinfall here, folks. And Orton out before the 1 count. What a match this has been. And it's just starting, folks. Orton's got Ospreay tied up on that top rope and wait a minute. We've seen Orton hit this several times with a DDT. And Ospreay out at 2, and I really thought Orton might have had it there. And we see Orton again, he's channeling. RKO connects! Is Orton gonna go to Capital Combat? It's early in the proceeding. No, Ospreay out of 2. And then the knee of Ospreay banged up. And Orton targeting it. Orton with those clubbing blows over the back. I think Orton gonna go for another. No, goes to that backbreaker instead. What? Hold on, let me look. That was wild. Nah, we're restarting this shit, dude. We're restarting this shit. I want a longer match. This is the main event. I want to go longer. But I also... It's on slow. Huh? Nah, we're going back, baby. We're going back. Let's run this shit back. We're going back, baby. Nah, keep that shit. Let's keep that shit. Keep those pancakes up. We're restarting this shit. This is not rigged, because Orton could literally win again. No, I'm gonna make y'all keep those pancakes. I don't need anyone on any coward shit where they put less pancakes on the line after that first match. Unless y'all all agree to go all in. No, I don't know if I'll do all in. It's a lot. It's a huge responsibility. Come on, man. I feel like I made it up to you guys. I'm giving you Pat McAfee on pay-per-view. That's good compensation. As Orton sends Ospreay to the outside. Doesn't matter because Orton's just going ape shit. Ospreay catches that right hand. This match still going, folks. Ospreay small package. And almost had it there. Orton pop breaks out. We saw Sarnai Borjigin win tonight with a similar methodology. Ospreay has Orton against those ropes. And now I think we know Ospreay's about to go flying here, folks. About to get Air Ospreay. About to get Air Ospreay. Ospreay dives over the top and lands right on Orton. Look at that spinning toe hold and drops the elbow on the knee. And then you would hate to... Yeah. I mean, man, this pay-per-view is already stacked, but either one of these men entering in that ladder match, I don't know who y'all got in the... Who do you guys want to see with the Twitch TV and YouTube titles? Just out of curiosity. Who do you want to see leave Friday night with those titles? I'm kind of leaning toward, I'm not going to lie, I want Jordan Grace for the Twitch TV belt. Personal pick. And then for the YouTube title, this motherfucker said Paul Heyman. I'm done. I'm so done. Done with this motherfucker, bro. Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman. Come on, bro, really? Could you imagine if Ospreay wins this by countout? This main event's been bugged. A cursed main event. And Orton back in at 15. And another Finn. Ospreay meets him immediately. Fisherman suplex. Orton out at 1. Paul Heyman's ass. Tigra and Cruz. Man, I like Cruz for sure. Cruz would be an interesting champion. Tigra, I'm okay with. Tigra's on the list, yeah. I can't deny. I hope the belts win themselves. So like the YouTube ladder, the YouTube concept ladder, and Ospreay out at 2. RKO again! Is it 2 RKOs to put him away? And now Ospreay again out at 2. Wait a minute, Orton. Big boot. No, Ospreay moves out of the way. Matrix dives that kick, but doesn't matter. Orton takes the back. No, elbow from Ospreay. And Ospreay. Wait a minute, Ospreay, Styles Clash! Ospreay's got it, Styles Clash! He can win it here! Handfall from Ospreay! 2! And now out got a 2! This is what it's all about, folks. This is what it's all about, folks. Hidden blade! Orton right in the back of the head! And Ospreay goes for the finish! Does he go to Capital Combat? No, again! Orton with the shoulder up! Ospreay on the apron. What's he got planned? This is the diving form! Wham! Orton's alive! He's back in this. This is the match I wanted, goddammit. Now this is the main event. Orton somehow still, he survives a hidden blade. Ospreay survives 2 RKOs. Wait, super kick. No! Ospreay ducks the clothesline, spinning back kick, but Orton back in control. And he's got Ospreay up, scoop slam. What up, Junior Mata? Orton top rope. Orton misses the elbow. Right hand. Oh, wait a minute. Ospreay fight punches back. These two in a striking exchange. Only one man can go to Capital Combat this Friday. Who is it gonna be? Will Ospreay or Randy Orton? As they show just give it to each other. Right hands from both men. Orton blocks that punch. Another chop. Chop from Ospreay to come back. Right hand from Orton. Ospreay, doing everything he can to stay on his feet. Now both men clobbering each other. Big punches. They still just go into war. Right hand from Ospreay. Ospreay kick to the midsection. Double under hooks. It's Ospreay got it. Stormbreaker. Ospreay. Stormbreaker. That might be it. Ospreay is going to Capital Combat. No! Orton has kicked out. He's kicked out. To the back of the neck from Ospreay. Ospreay, top rope, comes back with a cutter. Oh my God, Ospreay's going to the top again. Ospreay, what has he got planned here? My God, a sky twister! He's taking in the whole arsenal. Two, and Ospreay goes on to Capital Combat. Will Ospreay is the final competitor. I'm gonna give the pancakes. Ospreay! And a graphic, of course, comes up. And this graphic is the updated men's ladder war for the Vacant Combat League YouTube TV Championship. And our participants. I think I need some that match restart. I do this. They know I do this. We have the participants so far. Tyson Cruz, Ilya Dragunov, Hayabusa, Mr. Black, Worth Strickland, AJ Styles, Muerte, and finalizing the ladder war is Will Ospreay. We were robbed. Y'all better have those pancakes ready to go Friday night. Y'all better have those pancakes ready to go, because you know pay-per-view, we do predictions on every match. And the camera then cuts back to the ring. Ospreay standing tall. He's pointing at the Capital Combat banner. He's motioning his hands around his waist, saying that he is going to win the the YouTube TV title. But when Ospreay turns around, but behind Ospreay lurks Ilya Dragunov, who when Ospreay turns around, Ilya rocks him with the Torpedo Moscow. And then Ospreay's music cuts off. And Ilya Dragunov stands tall over Will Ospreay to close out the show, and Ilya instead puts his hands around his waist, proclaiming that he will be the first YouTube TV champion. And Combat Evolve goes off the air, folks. So one more time, folks. Let's talk about Friday. Combat Evolve, or Capital Combat, live in Indianapolis. I've already designed the arena. It's okay. I mean, it's not like I didn't really have. It's okay. I'm not the big. It looks all right. It'll serve its purpose. But you know, I wish I had more time to like work on stuff. So, Capital Combat, we got 10 matches taking place. We have our men's ladder war for the YouTube TV title. That's Tyson Cruz, Ilya Dragunov, Hayabusa, Aleister Black, Swerve Strickland, AJ Styles, Muerte, and now Will Ospreay. We have the ladder war for the vacant Twitch TV title. That is Tatum Paxley, Jade Cargill, Stephanie Valkyria, Jordan Grace, Zelina Vega, Hana Kikuchi, Sarnai Borjigin, and Tigra. We have Doug Foster versus Smoke Morgan, Damian Priest versus Bray Wyatt, Athena versus Rhea Ripley, John Cena versus MJF, Kenny Omega versus Roman Reigns, Hook and Ison Darkon versus Adam Cole and Karrion Kross for the Combat League World Tag Team Championships, Toni Storm defending the Combat League Women's World Championship against Beth Phoenix, and our main event, Rey Fenix defending the Men's World Championship against Seth Rollins. Folks, that is Friday night, this Friday, 3 days from today, 6:05 p.m. Central. We're gonna I'll try to give you guys like a 10-15 minute opportunity to get in. So I'll probably turn on the stream at 5:45. Once 6:05 hits, I would ideally like to get this show started, especially since I need to tune around and mess around with these ladder matches if we're not sure if they're gonna go super long or not. So that is the end of our stream tonight. I am sorry about those channel points. I was not satisfied with that main event. You guys have an opportunity to get your points back this Friday. So you better have those pancakes ready to spin, folks. 10 matches. Don't forget, we are doing a pick'em. I will post the pick'em for Combat League and for WrestlePalooza. Like I said, the winner of that pick'em, they will get their choice of a YouTube TV or a Twitch TV title match in the main event of the Combat Evolved that follows Capital Combat. That will probably be, I don't know, next Wednesday. I don't know what day I have off. So guys, I'm Bad Guy Maddox, Twitch's #1 bad guy. You guys are the baddest club on Twitch TV. I thank you guys as always for watching this stream, and remember to stay bad, because being bad is fun. See you guys Friday night. Stay hype.